Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. This is the tweet I saw yesterday, an important update on Concord from Firewalk Studios, and I instantly thought, oh no. Because I knew, especially when I saw that all the replies were off, but in case you guys didn't see, Concord fans, we've been listening closely to your feedback since launch of Concord on PlayStation 5 and PC, and want to thank everyone who has joined the journey abroad the North Star. Your support and passionate community that has grown around the game has meant the world to us. However, while many qualities of the experience resonates with players, we also recognize the other aspects of the game, and our initial launch didn't land the way we'd intended. Therefore, at this time, we have decided to take the game offline beginning September 6th and explore options, including those that will better reach our players. Now, that's an interesting statement, and we'll come back to that here in a moment. While we determine the best path ahead, Concord sales will cease immediately, and we will begin to offer a full refund for gamers who have purchased the game on PS5 and PC. What crazy news. Now, of course, I uploaded the video literally 2 days ago or something like that, where I was playing this game, and I mentioned in the beginning how I wanted to be part of like the history of one of the biggest flops. At the time, I legitimately did not expect this to happen so soon. I thought, well, of course, probably eventually I think it will either go offline within the next couple months, or it would just go free to play. The fact that within 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, I don't think, of the game being out, has it already shut down its servers is absolutely wild, making it what I think the biggest flop probably that I've ever seen of any video game ever. I don't think I've ever seen this situation happen with another game, especially one of like up to modern standards when it comes to how much it cost, you know, how actually great it looks. Like, the game, I will say, had moments and had aspects that I enjoyed. I liked the art style. The facial animations for a lot of the characters I thought were amazing. Technically, it was a cool game. It just failed in every other regard, in my opinion. It was almost like they wanted to do like a single player type of game with the lore and everything, but were almost like, well, let's just make it a multiplayer shooter game like Overwatch. It just didn't hit at all. And, you know, it's never a good thing, right? Like, it's always still pretty sad that a lot of people are most likely going to lose their job. Firewalk Studios, this was their first game, even though it came from, you know, some developers that worked on like other games like Destiny and stuff like that. This is still this studio's first ever game. The fact that within a couple of weeks it's already getting the axe is a horrific sign for the future of this studio. Will they get another chance? Maybe. And I do think it comes within here. We decided to take the game offline beginning September 6th to explore options, including those that will better reach our players. Now, I don't think this game is going to be gone forever. I'm going to be honest, I think this game is going to get a little bit of a retouching. I think they're going to take it offline for a little while, and probably it's going to come back free to play. Most likely with a little bit of a tweak to its gameplay. I think they're going to change a couple of things, a couple aspects of the shooting mechanics of it, because I think that was where fundamentally it was at its worst. And I mean, that's the core of the gameplay, right? It's a shooter, but it just was not a competent or really a fun shooter. I've been playing shooters forever, and I couldn't really get a great hang of it. And it could have been, you know, that it's not a great game for consoles or a controller, but at the end of the day, it's a game that's primarily on PlayStation. You know, like, there was going to be way more people on PlayStation. It got 90 people on Steam at the end of the day. Mouse and keyboard wasn't going to be the biggest thing that people were going to be playing it on. So the fact that somebody like me, who I've been playing shooters forever on a controller, just can't really have fun with it or do well with it, goes to show a lot. And in the future, if it does come back to be like free to play, which I do think it will, I really hope that they, again, do a better job promoting it. Like, the fact that most people really didn't know this game was coming out up to like a week before, because not only did PlayStation not really mention anything about it, they sent out like 1, maybe 2 tweets, but the main Concord Twitter itself just was like, hey, it's out. And then it's out. You know, no promotion, no hype, no lead up or anything like that. There was about 3 trailers that they had, and it started off on such a bad foot that it was kind of destined to fail. And it almost goes to show as well that live service games just are not necessarily working. Hell, as you can see here, trending on the side, man, like Helldivers 2, huge live service game, and this game has also kind of been going downhill a little bit. It's hard to really be able to want to put a bunch of time into a game that has really not a lot of things to strive for and to really want to get and earn. That's a big thing that they're going to have to work on for the future of Concord if it ever comes back free to play. There's a good chance they could just shelve it forever and it actually doesn't come back. But by some of the wording there, I'm going to assume that in like 6 months this is going to be back free to play. But we played it at kind of the perfect time. You know, I'm honestly shocked how quickly it got shelved and put on, I guess, death's row for video games. Essentially, it's going to be interesting to see if Firewalk Studios gets another chance in the future for another game. But honestly, the game really had nothing to offer at the end of the day. Like, it was just kind of like, it shouldn't have been $40 to begin with. I think that it was not a fun game. It's a $100 million+ failure, which is such a bummer. But I'm sure PlayStation could probably take the L. They really haven't taken too many L's this year, to be honest. And I know a lot of people talk about oh, they're gonna start increasing the price of PlayStations and controllers and video games because of Concord. Like, guys, at the end of the day, PlayStation has had nothing really but wins over the last couple years. PlayStation 5 has been insanely successful. Not only that, but they're backed by Sony. I mean, like, Sony, a lot of people consider them now to be like the PlayStation people, but you know how many fucking televisions they sell in a day to probably make up for the losses of this game? They probably made up for the losses of this game within a couple days selling goddamn televisions. So it's not really going to be a humongous hit to Sony. Maybe to PlayStation itself and like the way people see PlayStation, I could imagine that being an issue going forward. But I'm assuming they're going to have probably, you know, a couple more hits by the end of the year and people will forget about this type of failure. At the end of the day, it sucks to see, you know, people lose their jobs and quite possibly other studios that were taken away from us because they maybe wanted to put more money into like this game and send some people from other studios to this game and then completely have it fail and die off. It is kind of unfortunate. But really, that's it. I'm curious to hear everybody's opinions on this game. You know, did anybody play it? I'm obviously going to be going for that, getting my $40 back, which is going to at least be nice. I'm surprised that they're doing the refunds, but I guess they kind of have to, considering the game's going offline. But yeah, it's going to be nice to get my $40 back, and then maybe in the future it'll come back free to play. But really, that is it. The end of Concord. We expected it. I didn't expect it so soon, but damn, I guess we truly do have probably the biggest gaming flop, at least that I personally have ever seen. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.